Hello, I am Anne-Marie Lafferty, and today we are going to talk about steps to developing emotional intelligence. And first of all, emotional intelligence, what is that? That is how we respond in the world, how we are aware and monitor our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions in a responsible way. So the first step to developing emotional intelligence for me that I use is journaling. And journaling is just putting our thoughts, our feelings, and even our dreams to paper. So our brain can get caught in that constant loop of recurring thoughts and lists and everything that we're not doing or that we're not good at. Um, so writing those things down, when we take those tasks away from our brain, then we have a much quieter, peaceful, creative space to be. And unfortunately, our thoughts are a little more demanding and unkind than positive thoughts. So putting those all onto paper, I also have a system in my phone if I'm out somewhere and things just start, going on that loop for me. I just jot them down in my notes in my phone. I keep a notebook nearby. And at first, um, don't analyze what you're putting down. Just write down simple phrases or statements. You will then have a choice at some point. Do you want to keep these? In the beginning, I recommend ripping them up into little pieces, just breaking whatever that connection is. It feels good to actually rip something up. So some people say to responsibly burn them. I'm all for ripping them. As those thoughts become fewer and fewer, I now keep my notes and I keep my entries and I come back to them days later and see what was I thinking about in that moment that thought kept coming up. So they can also be teaching moments. And there's also little nuggets there of wisdom. So, but to start, just write things down, get them off your mind, and moving into step two. So step two is feeling fully. And this can be a challenge because when we are younger, we are taught not to cry. We're taught to get up and keep moving. So we're kind of breaking down what society and our parents have told us. So allowing things to come up, allowing sadness, grief, disappointment, but also allowing excitement and joy when it shows up for us. They are all gifts and it just wants to be acknowledged. And it's just saying, hey, this is where I am right now. This is where we are. And so totally embrace it. And sometimes it's not at the most opportune moment that it shows up because it shows we are vulnerable. And an example from my life is I was on Facebook Live, and in the middle of a conversation, I start crying. And I'm horrified, I'm confused, and I don't know what to do. And part of me just wants to shut it off really, really fast. But the other part of me is like, no, this is cool. That this is what I do in life, and people are going to witness firsthand how to process intense emotion when it comes up. And I just stayed in it, and I was breathing through it, and I was thinking through it, and I allowed it, and I thanked it for showing up. So when we are open and allowing, let it come in. Let it be your teacher. Let it show you up until this point, maybe something we've been missing. And then as soon as it comes in, breathe through it, cry through it, recognize it as a gift, and then it's gone. If it does circle back around again at some point, you'll notice that it's not so big, it's not so heavy. That whatever it is, it's a little bit smaller, and it's smaller and smaller each time until you notice one day it's gone. So the next step to emotional intelligence is awareness. Going through life and going throughout your day and being aware. Being aware of everything that is going on around you. See people for who they are. If you run into an emotion or a trigger, just go, oh, I see you. Okay. And again, you're not going to engage in arguments. You're not going to be triggered. You're not going to walk away from someone with this icky feeling. You're just going to say, thank you for showing me who you are right now. And go on about your day. That it's okay. And if something does stick, if something does feel icky, 1, you're aware of it. 2, okay, so let's identify it. So let's use the emotion, anger. And now we're going to play the opposites game. What is the opposite of anger? To me, that is feeling peaceful. So then I just start saying, I feel peaceful and joyful inside. And close your eyes and allow that peace and joy to replace anger. So I'm using the thought of peace and joy, and I'm connecting to peace and joy physically in my body. I'm allowing. And within a minute or two, I completely forgot about anger. I completely forgot about that person. And I'm actually left with the gift of peace and joy. So the next step to developing emotional intelligence is meditation. Meditation is simply quieting the mind and body. The best place that I've noticed to meditate is in my car. I love it. I just go in, shut the door, get comfortable, close my eyes, and just let thoughts come in and let them go. And your brain is going to want to give you a whole list of everything you were supposed to do and distract you, but just stay there. Just say, okay, thank you, and get quiet again. So quiet mind, quiet body is the goal of meditation. And these take practice. We're not all going to be, masters at this. I've been at this 7 years. But literally now from these steps, I can flip anything around in a matter of seconds. And I know you can too. Okay, step 5 of developing emotional intelligence. This is right hand on heart. I love this one. I make all major life decisions from this place. So right hand on heart, you can do left hand on belly button. And then just bring in just quiet, closing your eyes, and just quiet mind, quiet body. And with these hand positions, you're actually completing an energetic loop. And from here, only positivity and creativity exists. So from this space, if I have a large decision or something is needing my attention, I go here, that this is safe. And usually what comes from this is everything's okay. You got this. This is your cheerleader. So if you're not sure what to do, you can't get a hold of your best friend, right hand on heart. And these are the 5 steps that I use to master my emotional intelligence, teaching clients how to develop their emotional intelligence. And I wish you well on your journey, and thank you so much.